Hello, my YouTube family. This is take two, believe it or not, because I don't know what's going on. My monitor or the screen is freezing up. You know how that sometimes happens. I was in the middle of telling y'all a big old story. I got to start it all over again about what happened today. Let's do lips of the day first because the story is rather lengthy. Let me start off with the liner. It is Jordana Cabaret lined. And filled is a matte lipstick. Tish and Snooki's Manic Panic NYC. And this is in the shade Vampire Red. And this, people, is Vampire Red. Right? Yes. And there it is. It's got a little sheen to it, but I think it's a matte, really. It kind of dries down to a matte. I've got a ton of lip balm underneath, so I don't feel anything. I'm good. Okay, so that is Vampire Red. Sit down. This is going to take a while. Hold on. And why does the adventure have to start like an hour before it's time for me to go home? Oh, this all went down at around 4 o'clock, people. I knew that Queen of Darkness had a last meeting of the day at 4 o'clock because she told me yesterday that this person was coming in at 4 o'clock. The person originally said 10 o'clock in the morning, but then called back and said 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Should have been 10 o'clock in the morning because we would have been done with her-ish. So this person is one of the aides. And I guess Queen of Darkness, no, there's no I guess about it. She was getting terminated. This aide was getting terminated. But before you get terminated, you have, the floor to express yourself and try to backtrack your lies and all of that. To the point where even Alpha got called into the meeting. So I guess she must have had some business with Alpha at one point. I don't think Alpha stayed throughout the entire meeting. She didn't stay in the whole thing, for the whole thing. She got called in for something and then must have left. But all of a sudden, I hear raised voices and the aide getting loud and Queen of Darkness getting loud. Why is it that when you are having a conference, especially if you're about to terminate somebody, why are you leaving the door open? She left the door wide open. She does that, and I hate that ish. There are times she has meetings, but I'm sure the person that you're having the meeting with doesn't want everybody to know their business, especially if they're getting terminated. Why are you keeping the door open? Maybe she didn't want to be left alone with this person. I don't know. But come to find out that this person was a little touched, a little one flew over the cuckoo's nest kind of a thing. So voices were getting raised, and Queen of Darkness was having her say, and the woman was having her say, and the meeting ended at around 20 minutes to 5. I am looking at I'm counting down because I don't want to be involved. I want to be gone. So here's where it gets juicy. Queen of Darkness opens up my reception door and she's trying to escort the woman out, and the woman doesn't want to go. She said, okay, it's time for you to go now. Thank you for your services, and you can leave. And the woman wasn't going anywhere. She said, it's time for you to go now. You can go. Everything's been said. You can go now. And finally, the woman walked out, and she starts getting loud. Oh, you weren't this nice when you were talking to me just a few minutes ago. Now you're escorting me out the door and blah, blah, blah. So she's still in the reception area. And Queen of Darkness said, Nancy, I'm going to keep the door open. I said, oh, okay. And she walked out. She went back into her office. But this woman is still lurking around in the reception area. So Queen of Darkness came back out. She said, I think our business is done here. You can leave. You can leave, or I will be calling the police. And the woman said something like, well, call the police. You'll give them your half of the story, and I'll give them my half of the story. And she's looking around at the wall where we have lots of postings. And Queen of Darkness said something like, well, are you looking for something? Can we help you with anything before you go? And she said, yes, I am looking for the phone number to like one of the unions that we use. And then the woman came to me. Do you have the number? Honey, I was like this. And Queen of Darkness was right behind me. Thank God Queen of Darkness said, the phone number is right at the wall, right there. You could pick it up there. I didn't say 2 words. Don't try to drag me into your ish. And I know this woman. But she's very, very pushy. Very, very obnoxious and very, very pushy. And I think she happens to be Haitian as well. Just our luck. We got some rotten nuts in our Haitian tree. Not personally, but within the Haitian world. There were a few. Anyway, so, and she's obviously one of them. So Queen of Darkness, after she told her where she could find that phone number that she was looking for, went back into her office. And then the woman left. Or so I thought. Our front door, there's a hallway because there's an elevator that goes to like the 2nd or 3rd floor. I think that our building is like 3 floors. And then there's the front door to go out. The woman was hanging around in the hallway. And our door has a window where you can see inside into the reception area. But I can't, from where I'm sitting, I can't see her. So there was a woman that was coming out of the coordinators department, but the door is locked. So as soon as you, and it's locked on purpose. Sometimes it's left open, sometimes it's not. Thankfully, it was locked this time. Somebody was coming out of the door, and she must have been waving to this person, like, keep the door open so she could run in. And I see the woman going, huh? And I can only see her reaction. I can't see Crazy Kookoo's reaction. And by the time she went, huh? The door closed behind her, so it was locked. And she must have realized, oh, she wanted me to keep the door open. So the woman said, oh, I'm sorry. And she must have said, like, don't say anything. But I obviously know that you're talking to somebody because the woman, it's not like she's talking to herself. And she walked out. Crazy Kookoo comes back into the reception area. And she comes to me and she says, I need to go to the coordinators department because I left a few things in there. And I said, oh, okay, just have a seat and I'll be with you in a moment. And I walked into Queen of Darkness's office. And I said, she's back outside in the reception area. She claims that she left some stuff in the coordinators department. She must have known that I was going to get Queen of Darkness. By the time the both of us came out, she was out. She left. But she didn't leave. Again, she was hanging out. But she must have seen Queen of Darkness walking out into the hallway. And she walked out the front door. But she probably put herself up against the wall so Queen of Darkness couldn't see that she was hanging out outside. By this time, it is almost seconds for me to get the ish on out of there. I walked out the front door and here she is, and she was walking back in. I said, whatever happens, it is out of my control because right now I am clocked out. I'm gone. So whatever happened after I walked out the door, she walked back in. I guess I'll hear about it tomorrow if I hear anything because it ain't got nothing to do with me. I didn't let you back in. I didn't keep the door open for you. You just ran back in. But she ran back into the reception area. That front door is still, the coordinators department door is still closed. How you going to get in? I guess she wanted to contact one of the coordinators to tell her the situation. Don't worry. Your ex coordinator will eventually know that you are terminated. What's the problem? She can't do anything for you. Earlier today, Queen of Darkness sends out an email that on Thursday, there's going to be this big powwow meeting. Some people are coming into the office to talk to, wait for it, the HR department, the entire HR department, and the entire payroll department, and Queen of Darkness, and some other people. So I looked at the list and I said, oh, Nancy ain't going to get no lunch coverage? Right after all of this commotion with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest chick, when Queen of Darkness was walking back into her office, I stopped her and I said, oh, excuse me, I just want to know who's going to be covering for me during the lunchtime on Thursday, because I see the HR department's going to be in that meeting and the payroll department is going to be in that meeting. And it's either one person or two people, one person from either department that usually covers me for lunch. And she goes, oh, Nancy, you're so right. Yes. Let me get so-and-so and she'll cover for you on Thursday. I said, oh, okay, thank you. And she goes, oh, no, thank you. I'm glad you said something. Because, you know, receptionists are last to be thought of for anything. Just as long as the phones get covered, you know. Nobody thinks about, there's a human being behind the voice that answers the phone. And this human being has the right to go to lunch. Anyway, no sooner does she go into her office, I guess, to make the phone call to the person that she wanted to speak to, I see the person walking out the door. And I said, oh, did Queen of Darkness just talk to you? She goes, no. I said, oh, well, she will. And she said, well, she ain't going to talk to me today. And she walked out the door. She is hilarious. She usually helps me on Mondays, maddening Mondays. She didn't do a great job this past Monday because, first of all, she came in late. And when she came in, she didn't immediately come to the reception area like she normally does. She came to the reception area like an hour before it was time for her to go. You know what? When I saw this email for Thursday, and I was reading the whole thing, and I said, oh, hell to the no. I think I'm going to call in that day. It's too convenient for me to call in that one day. So I already have another day in mind to take off. So I said, oh, okay. I was going back and forth with it, and I said, oh, Nancy, you already asked Queen of Darkness who's going to cover for you, so that means you're going to be available on Thursday. You're going to come to work. So we'll see how this, because the office doesn't stop just because departments have meetings. People still come in, they still ask for people in those departments, but they're going to be in that meeting. It's an all-day meeting, people, from 9 to 5. This must be some important ish. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Or maybe it'll get trickled down to me eventually. By the way, that list of phone calls that I finally had to make, I finally finished them today. But I have a feeling I'm not really finished. So, as for this meeting on Thursday, I'm going to cross that bridge when I get to it, because Thursday is going to be fun. Thursday is going to be oh so much fun. I can see it already. Every single person that's going to come in the office is going to ask for somebody, and that somebody is most likely going to be in that meeting, and it's an all-day meeting. Crossing that bridge when I get to it. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Thank you, Jesus. Half the week is almost over. But I just don't know, people. I think I got lipstick on my teeth. Sorry. I just don't know. It's just, this job drains me like you just don't know. But I am walking that fine line, people. Every Friday payday. That is all I can say. Every Friday payday. I wake up on Monday just to think about Friday's paycheck. That's all. Just to think about direct deposit. It's direct deposited into my checking account. That's all there is to it. This job drains me. And we have more lunatics than I realize that work here. These people are just batshit crazy, loco, cuckoo. Like, you just had a meeting, you just got terminated, but you don't want to go? You don't want to leave? You want to start some ish? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say anymore. Okay, so that really is basically it. That's all. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. And don't think, because I'm a little peeved at some of y'all too. A lot. All of my YT family. I'm a little peeved. I'm hurt. I'm hurt and I'm a little peeved. But once again, if everybody's living by the code of if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, I get it. Y'all, not nay one person mentioned anything about my little opening, how I do it a little differently now. Okay, people, I'm not as savvy as any of the other YouTubers, and it's not me trying to catch up. It's just me trying to do something different for me. I'm not gonna berate my YouTube family for not saying anything, because if you have nothing to say, then you have nothing to say. But not one person, not one person could just give me a little pat on the back and say, hey, Nancy, good job with the new opening. Something. That's okay. Don't say anything now because it's too late. Just because I'm saying something, don't go and say something now because it's an afterthought. And it's not even an afterthought because I'm telling you how I'm feeling about it. So I'm just going to make me happy. That's fine. That's all well and good. At least you guys are still commenting. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. At least you guys are still there. Some of you. I've lost a lot. Oh, but at least the diehard ones are still hanging in there with me. So thank you very much. I'm proud of myself. I know it's a little baby step it's a little nothing for some people who have fancy hoity-toity. They got music and all of this for the openings. I haven't reached music status yet, okay? I'm just doing the little fade in with my little title, and I am very proud of that. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say about that. Okay. So, yeah, I'm hurt. Y'all hurt me. I'll get over it. I've got a thick skin. I've learned to have a thick skin. A thicker skin. Maybe not as thick as it should be, but a thicker skin. That's fine. Just as long as you like my little lips of the day. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right. On that note, I just wanted to make it known that I was hurt. That's all. I got it off my chest. I'm good now. I'm good now. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. I know I look a hot mess, but you know, it's raining outside and it's all yucky. I love you, my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay? 2 down, 3 more to go, people. Let's hang in there. I love you. Mwah. Bye now.